Today I'm going to go over the benefits of using the website Smore to make digital newsletters for your classroom. So to start, you're going to want to go to smore.com, and if you don't already have an account, you're going to want to set one up as an educator. And then once you're logged in, this is the screen you're going to see. So I'm going to go straight to New Flyer. And since I'm doing this as a newsletter for my classroom, I would go to News Bulletin. So right away, they set you up with this big template, and I really like it. They start by having you pick a title. So this is for my classroom, so I might give it a title like what's new in room, we'll pretend I'm in room 402 in my classroom. You can add subtitles, so we could say something like, see what your students are up to, because this is a newsletter that we would be sending out to parents. And you can go back at any time and edit it. All you need to do is click, and it lets you edit it again. So they've set you up with several different sections to your newsletter. They start with a sample paragraph. So if this was the first newsletter you're sending out of the school year, you might do something like a short introduction. So I might say, get to know Miss Henderson. And you could include a short description, something like, let's say, I would say, I recently graduated from Indiana University. So on and so forth, and I would continue to go on and introduce myself. You can also link things, you can change the text up a little bit. So that's our intro paragraph. Next, they have a section where you can add in images. If you wanted to include something like a picture of yourself, or this would be a great spot to insert a QR code. So like I did a tutorial video on how to make a QR code, and I linked it to the BrainPop media literacy site. And so if we were talking about that in our classroom that week, I might include that QR code so parents could scan it and then actually go visit that same media literacy site that I am having students explore. So being able to insert pictures, and you can also include descriptions, is really useful. As you scroll down, you see you can add things like adding in sample titles, more paragraphs, other pictures. It's very easy. I really like the layout. It makes it very simple to use. If you go in between sections, you'll see these pluses. If you click them, it will give you a list of things that you can include. Again, as I was going through, I only showed the very basic features they set you up with to start, so images and text, but you can add things like entire galleries. You can set up an event. So let's say picture day was coming up. I could click on event and say picture day. It allows you to select the date and time where obviously it would be at school. Description, I could say come dressed or best for picture day. And that way parents have that reminder that picture day is coming up, and so students want to get ready. And whatever school I was working at, obviously I would type in the whole thing there. Click done, and you're good. If at any point you decide that you don't like the layout of your newsletter, Smore makes it really easy to change the order of things. So obviously I might not want to say that picture day and include that section before I would actually introduce myself. And to change it, all you need to do is hover your mouse over it, click, and then drag, and you can put it wherever you want in your newsletter. If you change your mind and you don't want a section in there, so say I decide I want to get rid of this sample title section, or really any section, you can hover your mouse over it, and up in the right-hand corner, if you click the X, it removes it. So overall, Smore is really easy to use. As you can see down here, they provide you with tons of things that you can put into your newsletter. And the last thing I want to talk about is the design. So if you scroll back up to the top, over on this right-hand side here, they have several things that you can choose from. So let's say I wanted this layout. Click it, and they change it for you really easy. For more customization, right below, you can change your font. You just hover over it. You can change your color scheme, which they provide you with several colors here, and you can change what your background image is. Overall, I think Smore is a really great tool for sending out newsletters. One of the benefits of sending a digital newsletter is that it can sometimes be easier for parents to access and keep track of. So when you send out those physical paper copies, it's easy for parents to misplace them. It's a lot harder to integrate those fun things like videos and pictures and all those resources that you want parents to have access to. So using a tool like Smore is really, really useful for providing parents with a lot more resources and giving them a better insight into what your classroom looks like.